Jewel, really grateful for you giving us a little bit of time to talk about mindfulness, about human kindness. I wonder how you see those two together. How do you see human kindness and mindfulness?
I began to have to really simplify my life into very clear, delineated things so that I could begin to understand all of my actions in a simple way, because neuroses, anxieties, these types of things can be so complex. They can be quite overwhelming to figure out, how do I handle depression?
Right.
How do I handle the entanglement of family issues? So I'm always looking for, how do you boil things down to sort of an elegant, very simple solution. I began to see everything in two forms. We're either in a state of expansion or dilation, or we're in a state of contraction. And so if you start to define every single emotion, they're going to go into one of those two buckets. So when you feel kind, you're in a state of expansion. Everybody can feel it when I just mention the word kind. When you're grateful, you feel this dilation. When you mention anger, when you mention jealousy, when you mention a lot of those other words, you can tell intuitively in your body you feel contractive.
Right.
And when I looked at things that simply, is what I'm saying right now an act of love or an act of the opposite?
Yes, right.
Because love is this. The opposite is this.
And
so,
this.
yeah.
There's a way we think about human kindness that I think you're talking about embodying. We think about acts of kindness, and we think about acts of humanity. So if I were to go get you a glass of water, that would be an act of kindness. You're capable of going and getting water, but I could be kind and get you water. But if you didn't have access to clean water, and I participated with you in correcting that injustice, that's an act of humanity.
Yeah, I think that once you go down the rabbit hole of what is self-love, you're going to be led into what is loving another. And then you're going to be led into what is loving the community.
Yeah.
And so once you start in a positive way getting addicted to the good stuff, being kind, being expansive, you look for it everywhere.